Hello, it's Charles Fockaert, September 17th, 2018. I welcome all of you and thank you for supporting this channel. A special thanks to T and T, whom are now in Missouri. I want to thank you very much. And this is the renewal of my On the Road with Charles series. I haven't done a video in a little while, but as a little bit of background for those of you who are new, I bought a 1977 Mini or Winnebago back in April of 2017. Spent about 3 months working on it. Well, actually, I've spent the last year and a half working on it. But in July, June 31st. I moved in the RV full time. It's about 25 feet long. It's got everything I need. I wish I had some more room for some more books, but some more other things like a printer and a scanner and all that. But hey, can't have everything, right? You know what? There's two kinds of people in the world, for the most part. A couple different categories here. One is people who like to do, and there are those people who like to buy. And I've never been really one who likes to buy. I've been one of those who likes to do. And I've been to over 25 countries. I've lived in 4 different countries: Nicaragua, Thailand, Qatar, and South Korea. Traveled all over the Southeast Asia. Traveled all over Central America, and now I'm traveling in the Southwest or the Western United States in a 41-year-old, they call them now vintage. Vintage. I got some other words for them, but we're going to use vintage for now, huh? And I've done a lot of work on it. I mean, this thing is completely rebuilt. And last year, I went from Montana down to Overton, Nevada. I didn't want to drive anymore. You might want to watch some of the other videos in the series to catch up. I will tell you that YouTube is making it very, very difficult on my channel at least. I don't know what other people are doing, but they've removed about half of my videos that are in the series. I don't know why in this series, so you can only see half of them. I got some more over at BitChute. And by the way, I'm back here on YouTube because I was having a lot of trouble uploading over there at BitChute. And when I upload at YouTube, it automatically gets put over there at BitChute. I tell you, I could show you where they won't allow me to monetize about every 3rd or 4th video, just because I use a little snippet out of some other buddy's material content. So they say, well, you're using copyrighted content, so we can't. But they allow ads on my video. I may produce a 15-20 minute video, and then I use a little bit of a snippet, which you're allowed to do according to fair use law. Of course, YouTube doesn't care about the law, and they'll allow the copyright owner to get monetized on my video, but they won't allow me to be monetized on the other parts of the video that aren't using the copyrighted content. They also blocked that video I did where the Discovery Channel, they tried to fool people with their test for the level playing earth over the lake. So you can't watch that video, but I did another video which didn't use it, so you can watch that one. Anyway, back to my working on my RV. As some of you know, I went south last year from Montana, northwest Montana, and that was one heck of a trip, folks. I don't know how I survived. It was very, very stressful. I look back at it now and wow. I won't go into all the details. You'll have to watch that, but I had one problem after the other. One of the problems I had was this little connection here broke, and intermittently the engine would cut out on the highway and wherever. And my mechanic friend that I met down in Nevada, he helped me figure that. He figured it out, actually. So we replaced that from a junkyard. Only one vehicle in the entire junkyard had the part that we needed, and we were able to find it. And then, of course, there was the $600 bolt. $600 bolt. That's it right there. I'm going to have that bronze, I think, and mounted. So I've been working on the vehicle here in the last couple of months. I came up to Montana. I didn't want to come back here, but I thought I had some work, and that didn't pan out. I would have stayed in Idaho. Heads up to you, Joe, and I hope you're doing okay. So I'm headed back. I'm not going to take the Toyota this year. It's too much for this old vintage 350 Chevy. It's just not, I'm not going to tow that truck. It's too stressful. It's too much. It's too much for this vehicle to haul that pickup truck. So I moved whatever I thought I need is now inside the RV, and it's a little tight some places. Removed the passenger seat, put my tools over there. Can't go anywhere in a 40-year-old vehicle without the tools. And I got everything. Hopefully I won't need them. Hopefully I won't need them. And did buy another battery, an AGM battery, for those of you who are watching this video series to learn about full-time RVing. I've been in it over a year now, and for the most part I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the freedom. I enjoy being in different places, and overall it's a plus, a big plus. There's times when I wish I could just sit still, but maybe without hauling that truck around this year, and if I don't break down like I did last year, it'll be a little better. But I bought another battery, AGM battery. This has got 66 amp hours in it. AGM stands for absorbed glass mat. These are sealed batteries. I bought an Optima, 2 of them, blue top Optima. Pretty good batteries, a little pricey, but the good thing about these batteries is that they're sealed and you can use them inside the cabin. So what I did was I moved them from an outside compartment inside, and now I can monitor the whole battery setup. I bought this Perco battery selector switch, so I can go from one battery to the other, and I charge the battery that needs charging while I'm using the other battery, and from inside. I don't have to go outside now and go look at that, so that's pretty cool. And I also have a lot of plans this year. Hopefully I'll be able to put on some panels, solar panels on the roof, be able to charge the batteries with the solar while I'm down south. And the batteries like that kind of a charge more than they do the Honda, and that'll be really nice. I won't have to run the Honda so much. I also want to find somebody down there that can be my, what they call an Elmo, a helper, a mentor, so I can learn more about how to operate and use and ham radio, amateur radio. I always forget, but I'm gonna spend the time and get my my general radio license. And some people called me a liar because they couldn't find my name on the you know, there's some people that just criticize everything you do. I had one guy complain because of my curtains back here, you know. And if you don't have anything nice to say, why don't you just move on and go to some other, there's millions of other channels out there. People got more views than I do because they talk about things that don't offend anybody. Hey, I offend probably just about everybody out there, but I'll get into that maybe on the other videos. Anyway, just for those of you who don't think I have my ham radio license, it's Kilo Indian 7. I'm sorry. Yeah, Kilo Indian 7, Indian Juliet Sierra. That's my call sign, amateur ham radio operator. I hope to get into that a little more. I think that's going to be important as we move into the future. One of the good things about being in a mobile cabin is just that I'm mobile. I can move around. When the poo-poo hits the blades, there might be other areas of the country that we would prefer to be in, or going to be better to be in, depending on what's going on in this country. I've said it many times, we're headed for a collapse. We're headed for a collapse. We're already in the collapse. It's just taking longer than anybody who knows what's going on has suspected. And I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't know how I'm going to make it, but I have a Yahweh. I have God protect, provide, and guide me wherever I go. I'm not worried about it. But, you know, you don't want to just walk into it and blindly and think everything's going to be okay, because it won't be. I'm going to pause it here, catch a breath, take a sip of coffee, and decide what I'm going to talk about next. Hang on there. Okay, the mobile cabin this year is a lot better shape than it was when I took the trip south. I'm leaving earlier than I did last year. Hopefully I won't run into any snow over these mountain passes. I've got to go through trails something down there, Montana and Idaho border, 7,100 feet, I believe. Got to go over the top of that, but I'm 3 weeks earlier this year, and new brakes, new tires, pretty much, and a lot of work done on the vehicle. All new wires, plugs, points, not condenser, but the cap. I fixed everything I possibly can think of, and we're going to see how this one goes. I'm meeting up with my buddy I met down there in Nevada last year. We're going to kind of caravan down there together to Arizona. He's been doing this since 1995, so I was very glad, very fortunate to have met this man. Forget what I was calling him. I don't want to use anybody's real name. But we're going to meet up, and we're going to head south. That's going to be interesting. And I want to thank you for your support of this channel. Now, I'm going to say something here that turns off a lot of people. I'm going to ask Yahweh to bless us, his people, the Caucasian race. I'm not ashamed. Get that? I'm not ashamed of my God and my Father. And I invoke his blessing, his grace upon us all, the white race, his people, the Israelites, the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the offspring of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are the Caucasian race, the Western Europeans, and we most certainly need his grace in these times. And I want to thank you for watching. See you.